move into the semifinals of the Global Wrestling Federation Light Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Hello, everyone. Craig Johnson, along with Scott Hudson, Bonnie Blackstone, and Joe Pedicino will be joining us a little bit later. When we move into the semifinals, that means some great action, including the Handsome Stranger against the Lightning Kid.
Well, certainly two extremes right there, Craig. Handsome Stranger coming in just barely under that 237-pound cutoff limit for the light heavyweight division. Lightning Kid not having any problem meeting the weight. He's in at 201 today. Muscled up, beautiful body on the part of the Handsome Stranger. Lightning Kid, a true light heavyweight. Should be an interesting match.
Steve Simpson faces off against Mike Davis. Steve Simpson advances due to an unfortunate circumstance with exotic Adrian Street.
Well, we certainly saw what happened last time here on Supercard, Craig. Adrian Street injured himself, actually putting Steve Simpson in the Bulldog headlock. Truly unfortunate, but Steve Simpson advances. He's facing the maniacal Mike Davis.
And Steve Simpson deserves a spot in that semifinal round. In the final semifinal, we've got John Tatum going up against Jerry Lynn. John Tatum, the biggest man left in this tournament.
Well, John Tatum certainly has taken advantage of numerous shortcuts in wrestling, not the least of which is the fact that I'm still not convinced he weighs in at less than 237 pounds. He says he does. The commission, the competition committee all says he does. Well, I'll believe them. But John Tatum is going against Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn certainly no problem meeting the weight. He's in at about 205. The man from Minneapolis, Minnesota will face John Tatum, and I don't know whether that Jerry Lynn is going to have a fair fight. John Tatum, a big guy, claims he's an expert in karate and all that stuff. We'll have to see if Jerry Lynn can match wits with this man from Hollywood.
The news from Joe Pedicino. Bonnie Blackstone will have the fans' question, and we'll have a lot of action. But first up, we'll take a look at the second round, and then be back with the semifinals. As you join us on Supercard, a lot of great action upcoming. Stay tuned.
This ESPN Network program is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers, with that distinctively clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud.
Nothing beats a winning team. Pushing hard, reaching for that dream. Nothing beats clean, crisp, and cold. Got the king of beers, you're on a roll. Nothing beats our best Budweiser.
See Kenny Bernstein and his Budweiser King top fuel dragster at these upcoming NHRA national events.
Nothing beats a Bud.
Bill Cruikshank's transplant was a success.
Mr. Cruikshank, how does it feel to have someone else's arm?
Then the donor came to take it back.
Take your kids and go to your mother's. Don't act, just go now.
Body parts. It'll scare you to pieces. Rated R. Starts Friday, August 2nd at theaters everywhere.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at ringside for the fight card of the century. Sports Illustrated proudly presents history's greatest knockout video with commentary from Mike Tyson. And the video is free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Call now and get ringside seats to this illustrious event. You'll witness over 40 of the most memorable, most talked about fights in boxing history. And you'll be knocked out when you hear that the video is free. Yes, it's free when you subscribe to Sports Illustrated, the magazine that gives you hard-hitting stories and photos week after week. And you'll get the football preview issues and the 92 swimsuit issue. Call now and save over 55% off the cover price. You'll get 23 issues for 3 easy monthly installments of $9.99 each. For faster delivery, use your credit card. So call now. Witness Foreman versus Roman, Lewis versus Tom, Liston versus Clay, and see Mike Tyson become the youngest heavyweight champion ever. Call to order or renew today. Use your credit card. Get knockout savings on Sports Illustrated and get history's greatest knockout video free.
Catching him right across the throat. The Lightning Kid, Dragonfly suplex, the belly to back. Count of 1, count of 2, and he pulls Chaz up just before the count of 3 and will not complain to James Beard on this occasion, apparently because punishment in order, courtesy of the Lightning Kid to Chaz.
The Lightning Kid better watch it here.
Count of 1, count of 2. That is at least the 7th near fall we have had in this match. The Lightning Kid in control after dropping the leg to the back of the neck.
And the Lightning Kid better remember something here, Craig. This is a tournament. He better not be worried about the punishment he inflicts on Chaz. He's got to win the match or he's out of the tournament.
That spinning kick may put him on his way. Picks him up. This is called the lightning strike. Right down. Severe thunderstorm warning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, the Lightning Kid!
The stranger sent into the ropes, nailed with a clothesline. Count of one, count of two, but that will do it. As the stranger unable to avoid the barrage right here at the Hustler. Maybe so. Now he goes to work on the Hustler.
Was that 9 or 10? 9 or 10 of them right along. I lost count in there. 9 or 10 of them right into the top turnbuckle from the handsome stranger. And Rogers, using that experience, fights back.
Rasta the Voodoo Man escorted away very quickly. While the handsome stranger trying to get his wits about him. Has him up for the suplex, locks it in. 1, 2, 3. The handsome stranger gets the count of 3 and gets the victory. I think he might have even tried to go after the hamstring there. Now trying to take the wind out of Brian Adias with his shoulder blocks. Adias precariously perched. And now shoved off by Mike Davis.
Over the last few weeks here on Supercard, Craig, we've seen the Global Wrestling Federation television tournament, which ended really, really well, I would say, for our side, being the Patriot now, the Global Wrestling Federation television champion. Going to be the same thing here in the light heavyweight tournament. 3 men will enter the final round. There will be a toss of the coin, with the winner of the coin toss receiving a bye into the actual finals. The other 2 men will wrestle each other to determine who wrestles the man who received the bye.
This a European-style tournament. Thus you have 3 finalists instead of 2. Both of these men would like nothing better than to be in that final round. Right now it looks like Mike Davis may be well on his way if Brian Adias can't mount the comeback. Adias, well versed in track at the University of Texas at Arlington, runs a lap around the ring, trying to get out of that predicament, and Manning didn't see, was that a count of 3 or not? Yes, a count of 3. Gets his wits about him, and Garvin catches him on the side of the head with a clothesline. I thought that Tatum might have caught Garvin too, but Garvin seems to be shaking out the cobwebs.
Both men really reeling after that collision. Garvin coming out just a little bit better than Tatum. You can see there Garvin up and about. Tatum just barely now moving to his knees and his feet, and here's Tatum comes in, but Garvin catches him.
Tatum into the elbow. Count of 2. And John Tatum able to escape. Garvin climbs the ropes. You can count along with the fans on this one.
Look at Tatum here.
That's a very large change. I don't know if he's trying to hide much there. Garvin able to block it. Garvin follows him in, but right into that right hand, loaded with a steel chain. He hides it. Tatum lays across. Oh, he gets it. Using the chain, Tatum gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Lynn trying to make this into an offensive maneuver, and indeed does by pulling the toe up. And now he has Daniels, ties him up with the rear chin lock, also putting pressure on the hamstring by grapevining that leg with his own leg.
Lots of good mat work here between these 2 men. Not a lot of high-flying stuff, which we've come to expect from the light heavyweights, all the off-the-top rope stuff and those type of high-flying moves. This match, just good mat work. Mostly on the mat, counter moves, leverage moves, pressure moves. Terry Daniels, Jerry Lynn, two good mat workers. Something you don't see too much in wrestling anymore, Craig.
The hammerlock being applied. Now Daniels allows Lynn to get back up. In the corner they go. Daniels would like very much to get into the next round. Going for the upper hand. Missed with that move.
Oh, boy.
Lynn goes up to the top rope. Daniels makes his way up. Lynn comes flying cross body block. Catches him. Locks the leg. Count of one. Count of two. Count of three. Jerry Lynn will advance. Street gets out of the Boston Crab again. I've never seen a man get out of a Boston Crab like that.
I never have either, Craig. Great reversal by the exotic Adrian Street. And that's something we can only see the light heavyweights do. I doubt we see Mukund Singh doing a lot of that kind of stuff. But when you're a light heavyweight, carrying around that 220, 225 pounds, as exotic Adrian Street does, you can turn your body. You can get out of holes like that and escape the obvious pain a Boston Crab from Steve Simpson would put you in.
Now, Street apparently thinks he may have some leverage here by putting the legs on top of the shoulders, but Simpson able to turn it to his advantage until Street comes away with the arm, rolls over, gets the advantage, and slips it into a hammerlock.
Just excellent counter chain wrestling here by Adrian Street.
The Bulldog, but that may have hurt Street as much as it hurt Simpson, as apparently Simpson's head went in the ribs of exotic Adrian Street. Fans have not seen this kind of wrestling action and really don't quite know how to take it here. And exotic Adrian Street apparently has been injured. The bell is rung. And your winner will be Steve Simpson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Steve Simpson.
Mike Davis has been primarily known as a tag team wrestler over the past few years, but he is entered as a single competitor in the light heavyweight tournament. His partner is no longer around. Now, that's very interesting. Are you going to be looking for a new partner, or is the single competition what Mike Davis is going after?
Well, right now it's a single competition. But, you know, Mike Davis really can't be trusted, can he, Pedicino?
That's what I hear.
You never know what I might come up with. You're talking about partners. Yeah, I found a partner. I'm not telling you who he is. I'm not telling you who he is. I guess you'll just have to trust me, won't you, Joe?
Well, let's talk about the light heavyweight tournament. You are moving through the tournament. Do you have designs on being the light heavyweight champion, obviously?
I will move through this tournament the way I want to, like a hot knife through butter. If I desire to be the champion, I will be.
He's Mike Davis.
Love it?
Yeah, I love it. That's the color.
It's perfect.
You like it?
I love it.
The colors you love for the people you love. Pittsburgh Paints. Proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team.
See Kit Carson Paint and Wallpaper, Bayview Road, Petoskey.
I'm Chuck Roberts. See me on CNN Headline News, only on cable TV. If you're watching me right now, you subscribe to cable television from TCI.
Headline News is designed to fit your schedule. Anytime, all the time, 24 hours a day. Headline News. The perfect choice whether you've got a few minutes or all the time in the world.
Come on, remember TV before you got cable from TCI?
This Nixon is a crook. Stolen base leader Otis Nixon sparks the surprising Braves. Pittsburgh's Barry Bonds has some speed of his own to turn this game into a real track meet. Don't blink, you might miss ESPN's Wednesday Night Baseball.
Meeting and greeting the ladies around the ring and down the aisle. The handsome stranger from Monte Carlo getting getting set for a date I don't know if he's looking forward to with the Lightning Kid, but right now it's time to romance around the ringside.
It is a mob scene over there, Craig, where the handsome stranger came down the aisle toward the ring. Boy.
Matter of fact, everybody's so packed around the aisles whenever this man comes to the ringside that sometimes people leave second row seats to make sure they're over there when the handsome stranger comes down or leaves the ring.
Well, the handsome stranger certainly is a handsome one, and he's a stranger to all that see him because he wears the mask. We don't know who he is or what his background is.
The Lightning Kid says, "I'll take that mask off you."
Well, the Lightning Kid has this propensity to concentrate on just about everything other than winning the match, and this is a tournament.
But I tell you, the Lightning Kid has been quite impressive, as has this man. With a smile, well, that's no smile there. He says, just bring it on. Here, let me show you a physique. $15 love, handsome stranger.
Oh, get a load of that.
Well, the backhand volley by the handsome stranger, or by the Lightning Kid, and it's 30 love, handsome stranger. And I said, I guess the Lightning Kid claims, no, he's going to throw the lob back.
Does all this mean that somewhere Gabriella Sabatini's going to show up? Because that's what I'm waiting for.
Well, let's see. The overhead smash.
Oh, boy.
40 love, stranger. Well, in this game of physique tennis, I think the stranger may have won the set. But will he win the match? That's the key.
Well, he's got a set of guns on him that just won't quit, and there they are.
They
on
both fired
display.
at the same time there. And the Lightning Kid claiming to James Beard that his hair was pulled. There's not much hair on the Lightning Kid. The stranger with lots of hair that I think the ladies like a lot.
They want to run their fingers through it, I would say. The handsome stranger now getting the crowd involved in the match. This is semifinal action in the Global Wrestling Federation Light Heavyweight Tournament. We've seen some great matches in the tournament. Lightning Kid with victories over Chaz and Bubba Fangman thus far. The handsome stranger with victories over the Hustler Rip Rogers and the Dog of War, Butch Blackheart. And I don't mean Dog of War as some kind of personal insult to that guy. That's what he calls himself. Handsome stranger dispatched of him right quick, and as he did, the Hustler Rip Rogers to enter this semifinal event.
Look at this while you're looking at your notes. The Lightning Kid has said, check please, I'm out of here. Good night, drive safely. And the Lightning Kid may be taking himself out of the tournament.
Let him leave.
And there he goes. The handsome stranger. It looks like we'll go on in the tournament. No, the Lightning Kid has changed his mind, I think. He said, I came down here for a reason. That's to win the title. The count continues. As the Kid, lightning fast, gets in and out. The stranger just sitting there watching him.
Very smart display by the Lightning Kid there. Getting in and out of the ring right quick to stop the count. Now the count restarts.
The Kid into the ring.
Barely.
And he gets back out. Well, the Lightning Kid does not want to take any chances.
This guy's got more styles than the Global Dome restroom.
And I don't think the handsome stranger is enjoying the fact that there's a lot of stalling tactics. And what the laughter is all about while you look at the stranger, the Lightning Kid tripped when he got into the ring.
The Lightning Kid just can't get a break here. And take a look at the Kid.
And I think this Kid is unhappy.
Oh, no.
My.
Well, he's going to have to stay late and go to the principal's office. He is not in a good mood. That is not a happy man in there.
Despite the young looks of the Lightning Kid, he has been wrestling since 1988. Both in the United States and in Japan. A lot of his matches in Japan were in the various halls, not necessarily in the arenas, but just in the training halls of Japan. Now, the Stranger says, you want to test the strength? I'd much rather get into the match. The Handsome Stranger with a flying clothesline.
Wow, what a job by the Handsome Stranger. The clothesline to the Lightning Kid sends the Kid into spinning convulsions in there, and the Kid is now pleading, pretty much pleading for his career, and gets no mercy from the Stranger.
The Stranger picks him up and sets him down. Count of 2. The Kid kicks out. And we have to take a break. We'll have more action. Don't you go away.
Wet paint, dry cleaning.
Some things were never meant to go together. Other things always were, like the tastes in combo snacks. Only Combos fills crunchy pizza crust with cheese and pepperoni. That's why Combos is the one snack that's twice as good.
That's good. The total number of cheese puffs that you've eaten during championship wrestling and church picnics would add up to one profound puff. But you still wouldn't have a taste as big as these little Gino's pizza rolls. A tremendous taste of zesty pizza and a hot little bite-sized snack. A taste so big, it makes cheese puffs seem a little flat. Gino's pizza rolls, the pizza way to snack.
As we return, the Lightning Kid reverse the armbar on the Handsome Stranger. The Stranger returns the favor. Using those thigh muscles to his advantage and almost getting a 3 count.
Oh, that was so close to a 3. That was a 2 9/10 if there ever has been one.
And that was 2 8/10.
He's getting better.
The Kid sent into the ropes. Drop kick by the Handsome Stranger. And the Kid, worried about his facial features, the Kid puts the boot on the rope, and I think he's worried that his cheekbone may have been damaged by that drop kick by the Handsome One.
Lightning Kid has a lot more to worry about than his facial features. I think those are pretty much a lost cause already.
Into the corner goes the Handsome Stranger, reverses it with the Kid, cross slam and down. Looked like he was going to go for the drop kick, saw the Kid was moving out of the way, so he gets his balance and follows up with a clothesline. Great finds the leg, but can't get the count of 3.
Handsome Stranger really putting it to the Lightning Kid now. The Lightning Kid's smaller of the two by a good bit here, and and there's where being small is an advantage.
The Stranger misses with the shoulder, and making his way down to ringside once again is Rasta the Voodoo Man.
Oh boy, there's a good look at the man from Jamaica.
A double date that the Handsome Stranger would rather not be on. The Lightning Kid and Rasta the Voodoo Man. The Kid in the ring, the Voodoo Man out. What is a super heavyweight like the Voodoo Man doing out in the light heavyweight tournament?
Why is he even in the building tonight? This is certainly just a light heavyweight tournament going on here. No call for Rasta the Voodoo Man to even be here in the Global Dome.
The Kid going to work on the shoulder of the Handsome Stranger. Now going to work on the shoulder as the armbar locked in. I guess you would call that an intense look by the Voodoo Man.
Does he have anything but an intense look on his face?
Good point.
I don't see this guy watching an Eddie Murphy flick and just laughing out loud over a box of popcorn, to be honest with you. Well, maybe he got a piece of it stuck in his lip or something, but...
The Lightning Kid now with the advantage on the handsome Stranger. The Stranger into the corner. The Kid gets the drop kick, returning the favor of the earlier drop kick by the handsome Stranger. Still going to work on the left arm of the handsome Stranger. Leaps up in a bulldog-type maneuver, brings down the arm. The shoulder. That's almost too scary for words there.
Wow. Rasta the Voodoo Man making his presence felt at ringside.
Does he realize he's blocking our cameraman's shot?
I don't think he cares, to be quite honest with you, Craig.
Our cameraman trying to move around, trying to get a shot of the ring, but the man is just so big, he's finding it difficult to.
You're going to need a zoning variance to get around this guy. Now back to action.
The Lightning Kid, stuck under by the handsome Stranger, clothesline. The handsome Stranger takes the Kid down. The Kid into the corner. The handsome Stranger misses with a shoulder. The Lightning Kid had gone to work on that shoulder earlier. Now, a possible pinning predicament. The Stranger trying to bridge out of it, but both legs across the torso of the handsome Stranger. Now he's just kicking him in there.
He's just arrogantly kicking the face of the handsome Stranger. I think the Lightning Kid is jealous, and he has every reason to be, quite frankly, but that's no reason to resort to those kind of tactics. And speaking of tactics, what is this guy's story? Rasta the Voodoo Man still making his presence felt outside. This is strange, Greg, a strange situation. Rasta not a light heavyweight, not by any stretch of the imagination, unless it's Christopher Love's, but that's a different story altogether. But nonetheless, here in the Global Dome, standing at ringside during this semifinal event.
Power slam by the Stranger. Count of one, count of two, almost a count of three. The handsome Stranger caught the Lightning Kid in midair. Stranger sends the Kid. High back drop. The Lightning Kid comes down on the small of the back. The handsome Stranger with a kick. The handsome Stranger trying to become the first finalist. Drop kick sends the Lightning Kid down to the canvas. The handsome Stranger eyes the Voodoo Man.
And Stranger better keep his mind in the ring, as the Lightning Kid is not a beaten man just yet. Stranger may be spending too much time checking out Rasta.
Count of two. As the handsome Stranger has the Lightning Kid in a bad way here. Picks him up, sets him down. Goes up, drops the elbow down. The handsome Stranger, to the delight of the ladies, may have this one well in hand. Up to the top rope goes the Stranger. The Stranger waiting for the Lightning Kid to get up. What happened? All of a sudden, the handsome Stranger falls down. Leaving an opening for the Lightning Kid. Rasta the Voodoo Man makes an escape.
What in the world?
What happened?
What in the world is going on, Craig?
There's some sort of mist or dust or something. Handsome Stranger loses to the Lightning Kid, who will go on. The Stranger saying there's something wrong with his side.
Lightning Kid.
This is strange.
At the first
worst tickly itch of athlete's foot, Xennial. Killing those grungy fungi before they get racket and burning. Go get that can now, or else don't blame Xennial.
Call them Mavericks.
Well, that gets my panties in a bunch.
Call them heroes.
I'm okay.
Because any group of flyboys who look this good in leather
Have a cubble in your pocket, or you're just glad to see me?
could only be called
Alpha Velveeta Knuckle Underwear. You are cleared for takeoff.
Hot Shots, the mother of all movies. Rated PG-13. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Live, top-ranked boxing on ESPN. The place where fighters have stepped into the ring as unknown, made the right connection, and emerged as champions.
You gotta knock him off the win system, all right?
Undefeated Todd Foster, the U.S. Olympian, provides the knockout power against Davey Montana. Plus, Scotty Olsen, the flamboyant bulldog, is ready to show his stuff. Top-ranked boxing, Thursday night, live on ESPN.
The light heavyweight tournament is down to the final four to see who will go into the finals. Hello, everyone. I'm Joe Pedicino. Welcome to the newsroom here at Backstage at the Global Dome. And that's right, only two more men will go into the final rounds of the GWF light heavyweight tournament. But listen to the final four trying to get in there. Steve Simpson, Mike Davis, Jerry Lynn, and John Tatum. It is going to be all-out war on today's show when these four men battle to see who the last two men in the finals will be. All four are qualified. Only two will go into the finals. Let me ask you a question. How important is the coin toss? The GWF is the only federation that uses a coin toss when it gets down to the final three finalists. The man who wins the coin toss, the odd man, is literally out, but he's out until the finals. He gets a bye. The Patriot lost the coin toss and had to go into an extra match, but he won the tournament. So therefore, how important is the coin toss? I think it's very important, and I'll tell you why. Because it means you wrestle one less match. It means you get to rest while your other two opponents are in the ring having to wrestle. And most importantly, it means you have less chance of an injury. I think it's very important to be the odd man out in the finals and sit until the final match and the bye. We want to talk right now about the Great American Bash in WCW. That tour is going on. One of the interesting things that's going on in this is it seems that every night Paulie Dangerously and Missy Hyatt seem to be involved one way or another in some sort of confrontation. So far, Missy Hyatt has had the upper hand. Now, my question is, what is on Paulie Dangerously's mind? It seems like he can't keep his mind on the match, if you get my drift. The Canadian Giant is coming to the GWF, and this big lumberjack from Canada is going to be a tremendous hit. He is a very special lumberjack. He's into conservation. He is more interested in planting trees and renewing the wildlife than he is in chopping them down. And we'll be talking more about the Canadian Giant next time on the newsroom. Till then, I'm Joe Pedicino.
Snickers Bar, with great satisfaction, announces something really cool. Snickers Ice Cream Bar. Incredibly rich, creamy ice cream. Lots of fresh roasted peanuts. And our very own luscious caramel. In real, very real milk chocolate. Everything you'd expect a Snickers Ice Cream Bar to be. You've got to taste it to believe it. Snickers Ice Cream Bar. We've got satisfaction down cold.
For those of you who have been reluctant to wear a hearing aid, Miracle Ear has more great news. If you have trouble hearing in noisy situations, the exciting Miracle Ear Clarifier may be your answer. The Clarifier features a special filter that automatically reduces background noise.
In a restaurant situation, it picks up the noises I want to hear, but the other noises are just moved off into the background.
If you or someone you know thinks they may be suffering from hearing loss, call Miracle Ear at this number and receive helpful information.
It really makes a lot of difference in your way of hearing and in your way of life.
Call this number. Miracle Ear will send you a booklet on better hearing, plus a coupon for a free hearing test. Call today. Learn about all the good news from Miracle Ear.
A lot of people don't even know you got it, especially the one I got, the design that I got.
Call this number. Find out if Miracle Ear can help you.
If there's a man semifinals, that man may be the personification of it.
Mike Davis against Steve Simpson. Mike Davis earning his berth here in the semifinals with victories over Brian Adias and Victor Gonzalez.
Simpson moved into the semifinals after Adrian Street was unable to continue. So Simpson from South Africa, and from the Mid-South of the United States, it's Mike Davis. Every time we ask him where his hometown is from, he tries to give us a different answer. You don't suppose he's trying to act like the television champion, do you?
I don't think so. I think Mike Davis, instead of, well, the Patriot, the television champion, just loves America, wants to be from every hometown. I think Mike Davis is probably running from a few credit card companies and that sort of thing.
Steve Simpson, the popular competitor from South Africa, well-versed in the freestyle moves, as we saw in the match against exotic Adrian Street. And Mike Davis just likes to fight.
And we've stated earlier, Craig, that not to bring politics into the world of professional wrestling again, but the policies of South Africa as a nation kept it out of the Olympics and most major amateur wrestling competitions and amateur sports competitions over the last few years. Great to see them back in the amateur athletic field as a nation, as the Olympic Committee has lifted its ban against South Africa, so maybe we'll see more South Africans of the caliber of Steve Simpson in the Global Wrestling Federation in future dates.
Simpson with a nifty move there that you would only see in professional wrestling, with the freestyle wrestling not having any ring ropes. That's not such a nifty new move by Mike Davis. That's just a shortcut.
Mike Davis, a connoisseur of shortcuts, probably has all the shortcut videotapes from Time Life books, if such a thing exists.
Simpson's still in control here.
Maybe an 800 number or something we can call to get those things. Now, Steve Simpson, we talked about this earlier also, Craig. Those long, flowing locks of Steve Simpson. They look good. They, you know, attract all the females you can handle probably, and Steve Simpson, no slouch in that department. But it's a hindrance in the ring, I would think. It can get in your own eyes, block your own vision, and it certainly presents a target for the opponent to grab hold of and take you around the ring, lead you like a dog on a leash.
Simpson, who has been in control since the beginning of the match, has also been in the most pinning predicaments because of the tactics of Mike Davis, using the trunk, using the hair. But right now, it's Steve Simpson with a pinning predicament on Mike Davis. Count of one is all he's able to get as Davis rises to his feet. Sends Simpson into the ropes. The crisscross, both competitors, and Davis with a guided tour to the turnbuckle.
And Craig, the winner of this match will become one of 3 finalists, and we've stressed this all throughout this tournament. Those 3 finalists will engage in a coin toss. The winner of the coin toss will receive a bye into the actual final round. So this is an all-important match here, because the winner of this one will be one of the 3 that's left in the tournament.
The only remaining semifinal other than this match is Jerry Lynn against John Tatum. Mike Davis now with the upper hand, called out an upper boot.
Wow.
Davis with a little bit of arrogance that may have cost him. Knee to the midsection, forearm to the upper back. Davis counters with a forearm of his own after the elbow. And using the mat as what most people would use a turnbuckle as, Mike Davis sends Simpson down to the canvas 2 times.
That's a great way to get yourself a good case of mat burn there, as Steve Simpson meeting the mat head first at the hands of Mike Davis.
Near fall counted by senior referee Sean O'Brien.
Mike Davis seems to be adjusting to the single competition area here in the Global Wrestling Federation. Over the last few shows we've mentioned he is a tag team wrestler. Is very accomplished as a tag team wrestler, now wrestling solo.
Simpson rolls up Davis. And Davis may have been looking for some help there.
Absolutely. He is adjusting, is Mike Davis. Now, Steve Simpson, also a tag team wrestler, along with his brother Sean Simpson. Both very accomplished light heavyweights.
I understand Sean Simpson entered the tournament but could not make it due to an illness. So, Steve Simpson carrying the family banner into this light heavyweight championship tournament of the Global Wrestling Federation.
Greg, we had many, many, many applications that came to the championship committee and the competition committee at the Global Wrestling Federation corporate offices in Barcelona, Spain. And they did select Sean Simpson to enter this tournament. However, if you've ever been to a wrestling match and bought a program and you saw at the bottom it says cards subject to change, that's what we're talking about. Sean Simpson was set, ready to go in this tournament, fell ill with what I think was the flu or pneumonia or something like that. Really in pretty bad shape, not on the verge of death or anything, but certainly couldn't get into the ring and wrestle. That card was subject to change, and Sean Simpson wasn't in the tournament.
Mike Davis taking the advantage here. Sean's brother Steve using the top rope as he has done many times in this tournament, whether it was to Victor Gonzalez or Brian Diaz. Simpson trying to catch his breath. Davis with his second right. Powerful right hands now moving over to the left. Double axe handle to the upper back. Simpson set into the ropes. Elbow by Mike Davis. Mike Davis with the advantage after Simpson had tried to wear him down early in the match.
And you can hear those punches there. Mike Davis really laying it on the back of Steve Simpson. You could hear those things all the way up here where we are, Craig. That's gotta hurt.
It looked like he was gonna go for a chop there. Instead went with a closed fist. Sends him over into the other corner. Tries for the splash. Nobody home there. Clothesline.
Beautiful.
By Steve Simpson. The man from South Africa. Climbs to the top rope. Sets up on the perch and comes down on Davis. Count of one, count of two, that's three.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Steve Simpson.
Steve Simpson moves into the final.
Hi, this is Ernie Harwell with a word about the independent agents who represent Citizens Insurance Company. At Citizens, we offer a full range of property and liability protection for autos, homes, boats, and businesses. But we know that it's our statewide network of independent agents that really makes insurance work for you. Citizens takes pride in working with some of Michigan's finest independent insurance agents. Knowledgeable, professional agents. Agents who live in and understand the needs of their local communities. Chances are you may already know one. So if you're looking for auto, home, boat, or business insurance, talk to someone you can trust, your local independent Citizens agent.
Working together since 1973, Citizens Insurance Company and the Harbor Brand agencies provide quality insurance protection for all of your insurance needs, for your home, boat, auto, and business. The Harbor Brand agencies, known for the company we keep.
I'm here with one of the most unusual competitors in the Global Wrestling Federation, the exotic one, Adrian Street. Adrian, you have been a champion all over the globe, but it seems to me that you seem to be having some problems here in the United States and North America.
Yeah, I've been running over in my mind. I just can't sort of imagine, you know, exactly what it could be. I've been having, well, you know yourself, I've been having fantastic success in Europe. I've been spending a lot of time over there. I've been winning all my matches. As I usually do when I'm in Europe, but for some reason or another, this visit to the States, I'm getting really frustrated. There's just some little thing missing.
Well, you seem to be having, I hate to say bad luck, but that's really what it seems to be. Just when things seem to be going your way, something happens.
Exactly. Yeah. I just don't know what it is. There's just something missing, Joe. There's something missing.
Well, Adrian Street, we hope that you find whatever that missing piece is. He's one of the most exciting and certainly the most unusual wrestlers in the world today, and you can see him only in the Global Wrestling Federation.
Our wrestling
wrestling fans are asking, and now I'm asking Christopher Love, why this hot body Randy Rose entered the light heavyweight tournament at an alleged 236 pounds.
And, honey, I'm asking why I have to be interviewed by the biggest shameless hussy in professional wrestling, Miss Bonnie Blackstone. Honey, you definitely look better when I knew you as a man back in Atlanta, Georgia.
Why don't you just answer the question?
I will answer the question with this. Do you realize that there were 875 conventioneers from the local blind association there? Now, you tell me, who could tell how much Randy Rhodes weighed? Honestly, I wouldn't lie, honey. It's 226 pounds.
Are you believing this? I don't think we'll be getting any straight answers, if you know what I mean, from Christopher Love. We'll have more on the light heavyweight tournament. We'll have more on the light heavyweight tournament.
I will get you out of here.
Results and Christopher Love. Maybe this helps to answer some of our questions that the GWF fans are asking.
I'll get rid of her, people, just for you.
I watched what I ate, worked out on my Easy Glider, and lost 75 pounds.
This is actual footage of Keith's home video showing his dramatic weight loss.
All across America, people have found that 20 minutes every other day works to firm all major muscle groups and helps to lose weight aerobically.
I'm using my arms, my shoulder, my back, my tummy, my thighs, my legs. I get it all.
Dual resistance allows you to adjust tension for both legs and upper body.
I have tried bikes, jogging, even racquetball, and Easy Glider is definitely the best.
And this handsome unit folds down quickly for easy storage.
Call toll-free like I did to shape up and slim down with Easy Glider.
Call toll-free 1-800-423-1200. We'll bill your credit card 3 easy payments of $19.95 each. You get a full 60-day home trial with a money-back guarantee. The total price, $59.85 plus $9 shipping and handling. Call now, 1-800-423-1200.
Miss Nixon is a crook. Stolen base leader Otis Nixon sparks the surprising Braves. Pittsburgh's Barry Bonds has some speed of his own to turn this game into a real track meet. Don't blink, you might miss ESPN's Wednesday Night Baseball.
Tatum's career has been brawling, fighting, and above all else, crying and making faces in there. That's his basic offensive weapon, and I'm truly offended by it. I don't mind telling you.
A close-up look at John Tatum. Tatum into the semifinals with wins over Chris Germany and a controversial win using the chain over Terry Garvin.
And Jerry Lynn reaching the semifinals with victories over Private Terry Daniels and over Randy Rhodes. And remember that Randy Rhodes victory a few shows ago, Craig, with 226 pounds, I think he claimed to be.
And imagine, if you will, the start of the match being now. And the end of the match being now. That's how quick it was for Randy Rhodes to take a shower, if you will.
Oh, look at this now. John Tatum daring Jerry Lynn to hit him. That's not a smart move. Can you imagine?
Nobody ever claimed that John Tatum was smart.
What would have happened there? Jerry Lynn just shoved him and sent Tatum sprawling. If he had hit him, Tatum would have been in row 7.
Tatum would never pay for ringside seats. I'm sure of that.
Well, they would have booted him out pretty quick, I feel sure. Look at the face on this guy. There's a good look at the youngster. Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn's pro wrestling background goes back about 4 years, but an impressive 4 years it has been, including a championship in the upper Midwest in the heavyweight category. So this may tell us that he might be ready for Hollywood John Tatum.
He certainly appears to be ready. He is well proportioned as Jerry Lynn. He's coming in about 205 in there. And John Tatum now claiming, or was a few seconds ago, that Jerry Lynn pulled his tights. I highly, highly doubt it. But John Tatum will get all the mileage he can out of it to avoid locking up with Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn standing perplexed. Hollywood John Tatum trying to make a stand with senior referee Sean O'Brien, pleading his case. Collar and tie-up averted by John Tatum as he goes into the armbar on the left arm of Jerry Lynn. Coming into this match at 205 pounds. Tatum just under the 237-pound weight limit. Lynn trying to break the hold with a right cross. Second attempt, still doesn't break the hold, and bringing Jerry Lynn down by the hair.
And Jerry Lynn claiming that to Sean O'Brien, senior official here in the GWF, that his hair was pulled, and O'Brien has no recourse if he didn't see it. He just has to ask John Tatum. John Tatum, of course, being Mr. Honesty, denies it.
Of course, he just swore that he didn't do it. In any court of law, that would be perjury. But having the advantage right now. The double arm bar.
Two finalists set, Craig. The Lightning Kid and Steve Simpson, two of the three finalists in the light heavyweight tournament. The third finalist will be the winner of this match between John Tatum and Jerry Lynn. Those three finalists will toss a coin. The winner will receive a bye into the actual final. The other two will battle it out to see who faces the man who received the bye.
John Tatum. Did you break the hole? Once again with a yank of the hair. Oh, my. I don't know how to describe that face, if you will. Trying to rearrange the looks of Jerry Lynn. Shot to the pectoral muscle. Lynn comes back with one of his own. A face-off until Tatum tries to take the face-off. Something very familiar to Jerry Lynn, who hails from the home of one of the Stanley Cup finalists, the Minnesota North Stars. Lynn ducks under, two chops, cross body block, but he missed.
Experience the key right there as John Tatum anticipated the move of Jerry Lynn, and you didn't see Tatum drop. You saw Tatum just kind of lay back, almost kind of a limbo dance type move there, and let Lynn just fly right over him, and Lynn much the worse for the wear on that move.
So Hollywood John Tatum, who has been in control for the majority of this match, trying to become the third finalist in the tournament for the Global Wrestling Federation Light Heavyweight Championship. There's the elbow into the midsection two times. Ducks under the punch, and there's the judo kick, savant kick, if you will.
Oh, I don't know. He claims he's a 52nd degree black belt in karate. I don't think they go that high, but that was a pretty impressive kick that has dropped Jerry Lynn.
I think he must have meant that he learned to kick when it was 52 degrees. That's the only way he could be that adept at the martial arts.
Yeah, that's probably giving him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't deserve.
Tatum thinks he has this one won, as you could see, as he strolls over towards Jerry Lynn, using the white middle strand of rope to his advantage. Tatum sends Lynn into the ropes. Leapfrog by Lynn. Oh, my.
Boy. Tatum caught him with that clothesline after a pretty good leapfrog there by Jerry Lynn to avoid the backdrop, but Tatum was waiting and leveled him.
That one would have dropped into the gap in left center field as hard as he was hit. Into the ropes. Tatum misses that time. Lynn comes back with a drop kick. Tatum tried to push it away, but no pushing away that one. Jerry Lynn fired up. Kicks into the sternum. Lynn goes up. Monkey flips Tatum out of the corner. Tatum sprawling. Lynn follows him in. Reversal by Tatum. Reversal by Lynn. And into the corner he hits referee Sean O'Brien. O'Brien may have been better. Oh, nice!
The referee
super kicked by John Tatum. Lynn got out of the way.
Sean O'Brien is out. Craig, he is out.
You couldn't anticipate that if you were an official.
Look at the glassy look in Sean O'Brien's eyes, Craig.
Look at the perplexed look in John Tatum's eyes.
Oh, my goodness.
He can't get a 3 count if there's no referee to count it.
Do they address this in the rule book? Sean O'Brien just leveled. Now here's
another official, James Beard, in to check on Sean O'Brien.
He calls for the bell. Now what's the decision
here? James Beard saw it from the back, he said, and gives Jerry Lynn the victory. Tatum goes after Lynn, but it won't do any good. Jerry Lynn goes to the finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Jerry Lynn. Oh, let me catch my breath.
If you added up all the potato chips you've eaten during poker nights and playoff games, you'd end up with some serious spuds. But you still wouldn't have a taste as big as these little Gino pizza rolls. Ooh, a tremendous taste of zesty pizza and a hot little bite-sized snack. A taste so big, it makes ordinary chips seem like small potatoes. Gino's Pizza Rolls, the pizza way to snack.
On the ground, they're just like other men.
I'm not R2. I'm not R2.
But in the air, they're like no one else. Charlie Sheen.
Be careful out there. I'll be just fine.
Lloyd Bridges.
Had a better part of my bladder blown off the Guadalcanal.
Carrie Elways.
I came to get my chafing fish.
Valeria Golino. And Saddam Hussein as himself. Hot Shots. Rated PG-13, now playing at theaters everywhere.
You're watching ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Well, admittedly, fans, I'm a little nervous with Rasta the Voodoo Man, but first of all, I'd like to know, what is the stick all about? The stick. I'm not having a look, Scott.
Rasta, it's an impressive-looking apparatus that you bring to the ring there, and the facepaint very impressive. What's the significance of the colors and the design there?
Let me try. Your opponents have a lot of problems, apparently brought on by some mystical powers.
I'm not getting any of this.
Try again, Scott.
Rasta, a beautiful necklace. Beautiful. Got to be some significance there to the necklace, the color scheme, the color pattern. What's the significance of that?
Well, I got to tell you, this may be the longest interview because I understand we have some more time. So let's talk about the design on the chest. Who's he talking to?
I have no idea, Craig. This is eerie.
Well, hopefully there won't be anything happening to the announcers following this. All I know is that folks, we've had a lot of great action on Supercard, but right now, we better go. For Joe Pedicino, Bonnie Blackstone, Scott Hudson, I'm Craig Johnson. So long, everyone.